Hey everyone, Richie Light here. Today we're looking at the MobiScribe Wave Color and focusing on the PDF Reader app. Now this is the PDF Reader app that is built in. If you followed my other video where I showed the notebook, this one has very similar type menus. I'm looking at a book that I got from, I think, Humble Bundle, where you can kind of see there's a color cover. So if you have that, or even if you have a comic, you can kind of look at those. I'm going to show some more colors in my other videos, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see those. For this, what I've noticed is it kind of works just like the other apps. You touch it in the side. You can also hide or show this menu. Now I do like to have this menu up because sometimes I feel like the PDF app and the menus in this reader aren't as responsive. So it's good to know that I'm actually changing the pages. Just clicking through, you can kind of see it refreshes every so many page changes, which is nice for a book like this because it is just text and you're not really going to see a lot of ghosting. But if I want to refresh it, I can just click the refresh button here and it will kind of blink the screen out as you see. That's more handy for reading comics. Now I did read some other Humble Bundle comics directly in here as a PDF. And those worked out pretty well as well. So I do like this feature. They do allow you to also highlight as you're reading or kind of just write directly on the book, which is kind of cool. That's something that the Kindle Scribe has talked about doing. But you can actually just do it right here in the PDF reader if you want to go ahead and just erase it. I haven't really saved or anything, so I'm not sure how that functionality works. You can see a little bit of the ghosting there from where I erased. That's kind of typical, but I can also just refresh and that will disappear whenever I'm done or whenever I want to do that. So that's kind of how I mess around with the books. Like I said, I don't really export the notes or anything, so I'm not sure how that feature would work. Typically there's some other settings up here. So if I click on the settings, which I missed the first time, I can save it. And so I'm not sure if that saves it as an additional PDF or one that's directly on the tablet itself. So if you want some more information on that, leave some comments and let me know. And I can kind of dig into it a little bit more and maybe answer your questions in the comments. But for right now, if you just want something that you want to read directly here, I ended up choosing this one over one of the Kobo ones because I had issues reading PDFs on the Kobo. They kept asking me for Adobe rights, and I tried to sign documents myself. And I'm talking about not even books like this, books that I were writing, not really writing, but kind of PDFs that I were creating on my own, kind of as like little guides or things that I needed to have handy when I'm programming. Sometimes it's easier just to look at a notebook like this and have some commands up. Wouldn't even open them. So very frustrating having a device that I couldn't quickly make a PDF and upload it to the tablet without saying that it had rights issues. With this one, I don't have to really worry about that. It allows me to write handwritten notes if I really need to. I can go back in, I can see those notes. I don't really do that in big books anyway, but more for just PDFs that I create. I can go ahead and do that. You can also read, I don't think it's through, it might not be through this app, but you can also create text files. I've noticed that they're deceptively followed though, where if I have a text, the progress bar is kind of a little bit off. So it's easier for me just to save them as PDFs because this reader does a pretty good job. I've loaded some that were thousands of pages just to test, and I didn't really run into issues. The one issue that I did have, and I think they fixed it on the most recent system update, is if I put it to sleep, sometimes my book would close. And if I didn't sync my progress, like sometimes to sync it, you have to kind of just hit the save or whatever. Or if I close out, then it will sync my progress. You can see the progress bar down here. We can even look at one of the menus or one of the PDF things that they put in here that you can kind of see is like their tutorial book, their manual, which I kind of showed in another video. But here, the one thing I noticed, if I put it to sleep and I try to wake it up where my progress is, sometimes the PDF app used to crash, and I think they fixed it. We'll do a little test here. So now it's actually saving my spot, which makes it a little bit nicer. And it's more like a Kindle where I can kind of read, take it as I'm going, read outside, because it's supposed to be waterproof. I didn't test that functionality and I'm not going to for these videos, but I do recommend for the PDF reading. If that's something you're going to do, throw your own PDFs up, want to take notes. To me, that's the strength of this device. So if you have any questions, like I said, put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. And if you like the videos, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.